Another day goes by and I'm back at the literature club. The usual scene greets me, one I'm growing more and more comfortable with. Yuki's face is buried in a book. The closet door stands ajar, presumably with Naruki somewhere behind it, and Satori's smiling visage is headed straight for me.
Hi, Kozukura.
Hey!
You got here just in time to accompany me.
Accompany you where?
I thought I'd go get something from the snack cart over in the quad.
Oh, no thanks.
What?
I had a big lunch.
Well, you should still come with me. For fresh air, you know?
Fresh air? I just got here. How stifling do you think this club room is?
It's important. You're about to embark on a mental journey of appreciation and awakening. You should... What's the air version of hydrate? Aerate!
Let me see your wallet, Satori.
What? Why?
Humor me. I just want to see your wallet. I'm curious. Satori takes out his wallet, opens it, and turns it upside down. 3 sad, lonely little yen tumble out onto the desk. I knew it!
What?
You. I know you, Satori. If you had enough money, you would have gone and got a snack on the way here yourself.
That's not...
So either you weren't hungry at all and just wanted an excuse to take a walk with me, or you knew you didn't have enough money and were planning on not saying anything till we got to the snack cart and asking me to buy for you.
Fine, you win! You don't gotta make me feel guilty!
Huh? Sorry, I wasn't eavesdropping. Just something in my book.
Yuki! Make Kozukura lend me money for a snack.
Sorry, Satori. You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And you shouldn't try and scam your friends. I think your hunger and guilt are fitting retribution.
Oof.
I meant that less harshly than it came out.
I like times when you're unfiltered, Yuki. They're rare, but fun to see.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, I do. So there. And you're right. I try to pull a fast one, so I will take my revolution with grace.
Retribution.
What did I say?
Nothing. Never mind. It's weird watching you get up to mischief. I guess we all have a little devil inside us.
Satori's inner devil's cleverest trick is convincing us all he doesn't exist. This boy knows exactly what he's doing. Remember, he told you all he was bringing me to this club before he even mentioned it to me.
Okay, yeah. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Naruki into making them.
It worked. You knew it would. That's exactly my point. If you hadn't... Something streaks through the air and bounces off Satori's face, then lands on the desk.
Ow! What the? Hey, a cookie!
He snatches it up off the desk. It's a cookie, all right. A giant one wrapped in plastic. Holding it in both hands, he glances around, awestruck.
Is this a miracle? Did I get a Jesus cookie for paying my restitution?
Oh my god! Retribution!
Actually, that one works.
I was just gonna give it to you. And then you started running your mouth about the cupcakes. Jesus cookie.
Naruki, don't ever let anyone tell you you're not the best. You made my day!
Satori hugs the cookie for some reason.
Oh, okay, you're being weird.
Jeez, just eat it.
So good.
What?
And then my tongue.
You're turning eating a cookie into a saga.
Poem idea. Saga of the Jesus Cookie. Naruki brings out his own cookie and begins munching away.
Ooh, white chocolate macadamia.
No, peanut butter, dummy.
I mean yours.
Eat your peanut butter.
But yours is white chocolate macadamia.
I know. That's why I gave you the peanut butter.
Fine, fine. Still, I'm very thankful for this one.
Satori gets up and goes over to stand behind Naruki's chair. He leans down and hugs the shorter boy around the shoulders.
Thank you!
Jeez, I get it. You're welcome, weirdo.
Cookie still in hand, Naruki reaches up to nudge Satori off him. Suddenly, Satori leans down just a little more to take a big bite out of Naruki's cookie.
Dude, did you seriously just?
Devious deed done, Satori scampers away to safety.
You're such a child. Monako! Satori bit my... Huh?
He glances around the club room and I do the same. Monako is nowhere in evidence.
Where even is he?
I don't actually know. Did he talk to any of you? It's not like him to be late.
Not me.
No.
Definitely strange.
You guys think he's okay?
Of course he's okay. He probably just had something to go do and forgot about us. He's pretty popular, you know.
Whoa, wait a minute, guys. Do you think maybe he has a girlfriend?
I'd honestly be surprised if he didn't. The pretty boy.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Hi. Sorry guys. I'm here.
There you are.
You came!
This is so embarrassing. I'm really sorry. I hate that I made you wait.
Don't worry, we're just thrilled you chose us over your girlfriend. You're so dedicated.
Huh? Girlfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
He glances quizzically at me. Satori being Satori, that's all. What kept you?
Oh, just stuff is all. What did I...
Just stuff. It is a girlfriend, isn't it?
No. I was in study hall. I just got caught up in the middle of something and lost track of time. That's it. I was practicing guitar.
Guitar? I didn't know you played music too, Monako.
I don't, really. Not yet. I'm still pretty new to it, but I've always wanted to learn to play guitar.
That's so cool. You should play something for us.
I wouldn't subject you to that. Not yet.
He looks at me, smiling a little.
Once I get better.
I'd like that a lot.
Then it's settled. I won't let you down, Kosakura.
No pressure.
Don't worry, I've been practicing a lot. Once I get it right, I'll bring it in and show you.
All right.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
So, what did I miss?
Nothing really. I leave out Satori's mischief, figuring if Naruki's actually upset about it, he'll bring it up with Monako privately. The club is already settling back into normalcy. Yuki is back to his book, Satori talks with Monako, and Naruki has disappeared back into the closet. Before too long, Naruki peeks his head and one beckoning hand out of the closet and motions to me expectantly.
Psst. Hey,
He looks like a little goblin. I join him.
you better not.
Your book is fine. See? I even finished it. I keep my promises. I hand him the first volume of Boba Boys and watch him turn it over several times in his hands, staring hard for the tiniest imperfection. Give me some credit. I handle manga all the time. I know what I'm doing.
I'm just checking. You can't blame me for being paranoid. Jeez, I don't let just anybody take home my manga overnight.
I guess I get that. Okay, I don't blame you.
You took real good care of it. Hold on, I'll put it back and get the next one.
He heads deeper into the closet and I step in after him.
You are gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forgot.
It ended with Heituko's book report. When he was up in front of the class, but he was thinking about the girl from the boba shop, so everyone...
Monako!
Huh? Is everything alright in there?
I looked past Naruki. His entire collection, Boba Boys, Vixens in Space, Bad Go Boom, all of it is neatly lined up on the top shelf, well out of his reach.
You moved my manga again?
I did. I'm sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in the closet, Naruki. It's all still there, I promise. I just had to compress and organize it a bit.
On the top shelf, though? Seriously?
He stands on his tiptoes. It's helpless. His fingertips are well short of the shelf below the one he wants. He jumps for it and barely gets any closer.
This is annoying. I'm moving them all back down. There's plenty of space down here. Besides, it all looks so good lined up like that. Why would you want to waste it on the top shelf?
There's a folding stool on the wall. That might help. I can stand on it and hand your manga down to you if you...
I can get them myself.
Naruki takes the stool down from its mount and unfolds it.
Jeez, you act like I'm too short or something.
Well, I mean...
I knew it! Well, guess what? You're gonna see right now.
Naruki steps up onto the stool. It's just a step stool, so it helps, but not much. It's also wobbly and unstable. Careful now!
I'm fine.
He's not. With the help of the stool, he's just able to get his fingertips over the edge of the top shelf. He presses his fingers against either side of a box set and drags it towards him.
Whoa!
Jeez, will you just let...
No!
He slides it off the shelf but has no control over it. He tilts dangerously, almost raining books down on his face. But with a bit of wiggle and probably more than a bit of luck, he catches it and steps down to put it on the bottom shelf.
Ha! See?
Yeah, you're the champion.
1 down, 5 to go.
Naruki, please let
I
me...
can get them down. You literally just watched me.
I watch him step back up onto the stool. It's one of those collapsible ones, which really just translates to wobbly and cheap. Determined to tempt fate, he reaches and stretches until he's got Boba Boys in his tenuous grasp. It's the biggest box in his entire collection.
You're gonna love this. Volume 2 only gets better, and 3 is better after that.
I can see the box now. He's excited enough talking about it that he missteps and slides it more than halfway off the shelf. It tilts outward before he's ready for it, and all at once the inside of the closet is chaos. Colorful volumes of manga cascade down Naruki's head and shoulders with enough force to overbalance him.
No! Damn it!
He flails wildly for something to grab onto, but just ends up sending cleaning products and art supplies flying and bouncing off each other on the walls. I feel like I'm inside a giant rain stick. It's an avalanche of stuff, and boy, as luck would have it, I end up right at the bottom of it. By the time everything is done falling, I'm on my back. My head luckily cushioned by a softback book. The shoulder and elbow I hit on the ground have sure felt better, though. That goes double for my chest, which appears to have cushioned Naruki's face in his own fall. His chin, to be specific. Ow! Yeah. Tell me about it. He seems a little dazed as he raises his head to look at me. Well, that sucked. Are you okay? He gets off me and pushes himself to his knees. He's bleeding from his nose and lower lip. Oh, you're bleeding. Here, let me...
No! Just go!
Don't you need help cleaning up
Go!
He motions forcefully to the door. I squirm free of my blanket of books and art supplies and stand up. I chance a quick look at him. His face is red and tears of frustration are just beginning to spill over from his eyes.
Go!
He's holding a volume with a serious crease in its cover. One look at that and I'm out of the closet and back in the club room in a heartbeat.
I heard a lot of noise. What were you two doing in there?
Nothing.
I know, wrong kind of noise. Is he okay?
He's a little upset. Probably wants to be left alone.
Oh, one of those times. Alright. Are you okay? You look like you've been rolling around on the floor.
Uh-huh. I look down at myself and hurriedly dust off my uniform, turning away so he won't see. When I turn back, he's already heading back to his desk, though he does toss a smile over his shoulder at me. I go and sit under the window where Naruki and I sat yesterday. It feels a little empty without a manga to read, without someone to read it with. Still, what else am I gonna do? I'm about to go pull out the book that Yuki gave me when the closet door opens again. Through it, I see the mess has been picked up, and Naruki is back to his usual cute yet surly self. He scans the room before finding me. A tiny smile touches his lips, and he comes over to plop down at my side.
You waited for me.
You have the book.
Yeah.
He holds out Bobo Boy's Volume 2. I see now that it's the same book he had been holding when I stepped out. He did all he could to get the crease out of the cover, but it's still there if you look for it. I'm really sorry about your books.
Don't worry about it. I'm not really mad about that. I've just been having a bad day.
Anything you want to talk about?
Not really. I just love coming here to read and see you all. Coming here to read and see you all. And today, all my manga was too high. I'm pretty sure we're about out of time.
Okay, everyone. Poem time.
Take this one home, okay? I want to talk about it tomorrow.
Well, we're already here. Do you want to see my poem?
Okay.
He keeps glancing at me, then back at my writing. Do you really hate it that much? I'm working hard to...
No, it's good. It's really, really good. There, I said it. I hope you're happy. Why can't you just suck at this? I'm supposed to be impressing you with my poems, not the other way around.
Wait, you're trying to impress me?
Obviously. You think I'm going to let you enjoy Yuki's writing more?
Well, then what's wrong with me trying to impress you?
I'll tell you what's wrong with that. It's...
His face freezes, then flushes bright red. He stares at me with his mouth slightly agape. My poem slips from his grasp and flutters to the floor.
I gotta go pee!
He runs off. I turn to stare after him and end up eye to eye with Monako.
Kosakura, Naruki just ran out of here. You didn't do anything terrible, did you?
Well, since you asked, I think he's cute, so I wrote him a cute poem. He apparently liked it so much he actually needs a minute alone to process it. Wait, maybe I won't say that. What? No, of course not! He spies the discarded poem on the floor and grabs it up. His smile stays in place as he reads it.
Go Doki Doki. Wow, Kosakura.
What?
I think I see what's going on here. I thought you just liked his writing style, but you actually wrote this for Naruki, didn't you?
Not really.
In fact, he liked your first one too, didn't he? Interesting choice. He was a little mean to you on the first day.
What?
Nothing, I'm just joking. Anyhow, how do you think he feels about you?
Well...
You don't have to answer that, just something to think about.
Hey!
Naruki snatches the sheet from Monako's hands.
Did you read this, Monako?
Of course I did. I like it a lot.
You know, you should stop touching and reading stuff that's not for you. You got a real bad habit of that.
Kosakura wrote this poem. We're sharing with everyone, remember?
Naruki freezes again. Apparently he forgot that small detail.
Well, I think she's done sharing it with everyone else now. No one will want to read it anyway. In fact, I'm gonna hold on to it.
Naruki, I think you're forgetting the point of all this.
I didn't forget anything. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
Man, nothing. Never mind.
If Kosakura wants you to have the poem after the meeting, that's fine. But you're going to have to give it back to her so she can share it in the meantime.
Fine. Jeez.
Still smiling encouragingly, Monako strides away.
He's such a jerk sometimes. Anyway, you should read my poem now. And no, you can't keep it. Andy raises roaches. You know what I heard about Andy? Andy raises roaches. Clittering, chittering, skittering, crunchy roaches. So I don't play with them. He has a signed poster in my favorite band. We both know all the words to all their songs. One time, we even sang a duet together. But he raises roaches, so I don't play with him. One time, I smashed my finger in the door. Andy opened it again, and he walked me into the nurse's office. I ran ahead of him the whole time. The nurse let him in, even though his hands are all roachy, so I don't play with him. Andy's kind of popular. He's never alone. He's probably making more roach lovers. One mommy roach can make 40 babies, and a lot of those will be mommy roaches. Andy's a mommy roach lover, so I don't play with him. They're white when they're first born. Their skin cracks open and falls off as they outgrow it. Then some get wings. They're gross. He's gross. And I want the world to know. Isn't it great?
It's longer than your first one.
That one was just a warm-up. You didn't think that was the best one I had, did ya?
What? Of course not.
With this one, it's about the message. I think it's pretty clear. And thought I'd lay it out with a comparison. It's deep and important, but also it's outlined in plain language. My plan is for the readers to maybe find similar prejudice in themselves, as the narrator has, and realize how stupid, pointless it is.
Have you encountered people like the speaker in your poem?
Oh, God, yes. Everyone judges me for, I don't know, stuff, whatever their problem is. But it's not about me. It's written to relate to everyone. We all have, like, a thing, right? Something weird or different that maybe if people knew about, they'd give us a hard time for. And that is stupid. We should all respect each other, no matter how weird or different we are. That's the message for this piece. I don't like writing if there's no message to be taken away from it. Because then, what are we even doing here?
It's relatable.
Good. Tomorrow's will be even better. So get excited.
Now, where is Yuki? Ah, there we go.
You're still mad at me, aren't you?
Mad at you? Why would I be mad at you?
Having read yesterday's poem and now reading this poem, it suddenly makes more sense. You strongly prefer his writing to mine.
I never said...
So when I mocked him, I inadvertently mocked you. God damn it. This always happens.
Yuki, I never said...
I'm so stupid. Every time without fail. This always happens. If I weigh what I say before I say it, I just come off as stilted and awkward. If I don't think and just say what's on my mind, I have no filter and everything dammed up inside comes out. And people hate that more.
You're really overthinking this, you know.
I understand, all right? Please do not feel obligated to spend time with me. Yes, it is what Monako told us all to do. But That is hardly fair to you when you could be enjoying the company of Satori and Naruki.
Yuki!
Go away, Kozukura, please. It is easier this way. I do not need your pity, and I'll not force my company on you. I have my books. That is all I need.
He takes out one of his treasures from his bag and flips it open, losing himself in it almost immediately. Whatever.
There she is again.
Here I am again. Hi, Monako.
How's it going?
It's okay, I guess.
Well, I'll take it.
Yeah, you will. So, you got to see my poem today, but I didn't get to see yours.
Oh, right. Here you go. I really like the way this one came out, so I hope you do too. Come with me. Ever onward go these roads. Scenic, direct, straight, winding, through smooth triumphs and over potholed rough patches, T intersections and four-way stops. Why then am I so confined? Why can't I move? Here a dead end, there a road under construction sign, a passing train or crossing gate boxes me in. Should I go back? Which way is back? Which way is forward? Which way is... Choose me.
Okay. This one's a little clearer than your first, I think.
I guess it's just my style of writing. Not quite your thing?
I never said that. It's just new to me. I'm still figuring out what to make of it.
I like to imagine the narrator thinking aloud. Placing them in the situation that inspired the poem would shape the way they speak, and thus the way I write. If yesterday's poem was a dawning realization, then today's poem is struggling with perception altered by it.
I see. It's about being lost then. Trying to make sense of the world through new eyes granted by this realization.
Yeah. So, here's Monaco's writing tip of the day. Sometimes we find ourselves traveled too far down a predetermined route. In some cases, we're lucky enough to have the option to double back and try again. It could be as easy as clicking the back button on the browser and trying something else. There are so many different options to be explored after all. Why would we stick to one when another could be so much better? And of course, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't be shy, let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Wait a minute, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about right now? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
You got a poem, you got a poem, you got a poem. Hey, 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 hey!
Yes, I got a poem. Jeez, what are you even singing?
I saw it in a movie one time. Anyway, let me see! Oh, I like this one. It evokes some nice feelings.
Is it better than yesterday's? I want to get really good.
Well, I'm not great at good or bad. Some writing makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. Like the clouds are my carpet, and the sun itself lights my way. Others are like an autumn storm. All rain clouds and dimness that leave you aching for the next sunrise. And I love both. I love poems that can make me feel things, like yours.
That's pretty. Very poetic.
I should write it down before I forget it then. Here, you can read my poem while I do. Jars. My hands get dirty when I reach down inside, but it's where lies the treasure that makes me rich. Jewels of hope, of light, of love, gleaming, glittering in the gloom. I take one in my sooty grasp, how it shines, and into a jar it goes, and onto the shelf goes the jar. A ruby for you to find your passion, a sapphire to clear your stormy skies, an emerald for the lushness of your harvest. Jewels in jars, all in a row. I keep them here for all my friends, each one to cheer or make amends. So when you feel a certain way, down comes a jar to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more jars. My fingers are sticky and red, delving deep into heart and head. Dig, scrape, out more. Let them in. They're at the door. I curated these for all of you. They're for all of you. If you'll all just smile. But the shelf tilts. The jars break. My jewels were scattered on the floor. A cracked ruby that seeps crimson. A flawed sapphire reflecting tears. An emerald gone brown and lifeless.
Satori, did you really write this?
Of course I did! I told you yesterday you were gonna love it!
I do love it. But, God, Satori, I never expected something like this from you. You're always so happy.
Monaco's been helping me a lot, and I've been really exploring my feelings lately.
I see that. It's like you said yesterday. Different, but not bad.
Thanks, Kozukura! I really feel like I found a passion for this writing thing. And hearing that you think I'm good at it is all the more reason to pursue it. I'll keep writing till the day I die!
Well, this is a good start.
Okay, everyone. Poem time's up. Let's all get to the front of the room here. We've got a little extra today.
Everyone takes a seat up near him.
Is this about the festival?
Yup, it's coming up mighty quick.
Man, if we really have to do something for the festival, it's not like we're gonna be able to come up with anything good in just a few days. We're going to embarrass ourselves.
I admit it, I share Naruki's trepidation. My strength does not lie in improvisation under time constraints.
Guys, don't worry so much. We got this. We'll just keep it simple. We get some light decorations, Satori made posters, I've got a few test designs for pamphlets to hand out during the event. We'll be fine. We'll be performing.
Performing?
Wait, what?
Monako.
That's right. Each of us will choose a poem to recite during the event. And for the sake of sharing the stage with potential new members, we'll be allowing others to come up and share poems too. Satori's got it all outlined on the posters.
Satori holds up a mostly finished poster he had been working on.
Boom!
You're kidding. Did you already start hanging those up?
Huh? I did. Satori and I have been posting these up all over school for the last 2 days. Do you really hate the idea that much?
No, but I didn't sign up for this. I can't read my poetry in front of people.
Oh man.
I agree. Reading aloud? My poems? In front of strangers?
Yuki visibly trembles.
Hey, come on. Why can't we just...
No, Satori. I get it. These two have never even shared their poetry before we started doing it here in the club. They're not as used to public speaking as you and me. I didn't consider that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should try. No one will promote or care about the club except us. And if we don't, nobody will even know about it. We graduate, and it just dies.
Monaco's expression is somber for a moment as he regards us all.
But if we open the event and do as well as I know we all can, it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people we reach, the better our chances at growing the literature club. I know we have it in us, every one of us, to show the school what this club is about.
Right! It's about self-expression and creativity. Here's where we learn new things about ourselves and each other and have fun doing it.
Exactly. You all know the joys of being here, the feelings and experiences that keep us coming back. It's unrivaled and the greatest thing we could possibly share with our fellow students. And if all it takes to open that door for them is to stand up in front of the room for 2 minutes and read a poem, there's no excuse not to.
Naruki and Yuki remain silent. Satori looks concerned. Monako is stalwart. Where does that leave me? Monako, you owe me. I agree. Naruki and Yuki turn to regard me. I don't think it's too much to ask. Satori and Monako have been working really hard. They formed this club, they run it really well, and now they want to focus on growing it. I think it's fair we do our part. Naruki fidgets and squirms in his seat a moment, but comes up with nothing.
Fine, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
That's the spirit.
Excellent. Thanks, Naruki. Yuki?
Yuki looks dejectedly around at everyone else. Silently, he nods.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuki.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh, hush. You're going to be great, Yuki. Moving right along, I want everybody to select a poem to read. We're going to practice reciting in front of each other.
Monako, this is too much. Too soon.
Guys, if you can't do it in front of the club, how are you going to do it in front of others?
Oh, God.
Here, I'll go first. Maybe it'll help you all feel more comfortable.
Oh, me next.
Okay, you next.
Monako leaves his desk and stands behind the podium. He lays his notebook down on it and flips through to his desired poem.
This one is called Carry You.
Monaco's clear, confident voice fills the room. His diction is flawless, his inflection pristine. He knows just how to usher his audience along, imbuing his words with force, acquiescence, and invitation where required. It is easy to imagine how persuasive he must have been in debate club, his firm effectiveness in his role as student council president, and who knows what else saw him standing before a crowd. I look around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monako. Satori looks amazed. Yuki is looking at him with an intense expression I don't understand. Naruki's jaw is slack. Finally, he finishes. The four of us enthusiastically applaud. Monako takes a breath and smiles, collecting his notebook and vacating the podium.
Thank you.
That was so good. What even was that?
Nothing that any of you can't also do. I promise you that. Speaking of which, are you ready?
Actually, I'd like to go next.
Hey, go Yuki.
Yuki clutches a sheet of paper between his hands. His eyes on his feet, he stood where Monako had previously.
This poem is called...
Come on, Yuki. You got this.
It's called... Yes. This poem is called... The Hanging Tree.
Yuki's voice shakes as he begins reading. A few minutes ago, he flatly refused to try, and I take a moment to wonder what changed. It's taking a lot out of him, but he is trying. A few lines in, his delivery changes. It's like what happens when he gets absorbed in his books. His back straightens, his voice smooths out. His poem is heavy with metaphor and dark imagery, carried along by his distinctive timbre. I suspect this is a glimpse of the real Yuki. The Yuki trapped behind his shy persona and fear of rejection. At the poem's conclusion, everyone is stunned. The silence in the wake of his voice stretches out for several seconds, then is shattered by our clapping. He looks around, seeming to have surprised even himself. Retrieving his poem, he holds it close to his chest and rushes back to his seat.
Yuki, absolutely inspiring. Where have you been hiding that?
Yuki says nothing, only holds his poem and stares at his desk. It seems whatever inner reserve he called upon to get through that is tapped out for now.
My turn.
Satori hops up and strides happily to the podium.
Okay, I call this one... Sorry. I laughed.
Satori...
I know. This is harder than I thought it would be. How do you guys do it?
Picture the audience in their underwear.
Does that actually help focus? No, it most certainly does not. Horrible idea!
All right, imagine you're reciting for yourself. Don't think about us. The poem passing from its creator to its intended recipient without unwelcome ears should make things easier.
Okay. This poem is called Petals.
Somehow, it seems Petals is a perfect match for Satori's voice. It isn't aimlessly cheery the way he tends to be. It's serene and bittersweet. If I read it on paper, I wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it in his voice brings a whole new dimension to it. He finishes, and we clap.
Very well done, Satori. The atmosphere of the piece was perfect for your delivery, though it might be that other poems of yours might not fit as well.
I don't understand.
You've written other poems where that kind of delivery wouldn't work. They would require more force behind them.
Oh, got it. I've been working on that too. It's a little embarrassing though, so I thought I'd start with this.
Then for the next one, I'll have you pick a poem that challenges you a bit more. We have to get this just right, and the festival is only a few days away.
Aye, Captain!
Now, Naruki.
Don't make me go before Kazokura.
What?
All of you are so much freaking better than me. Might as well let Kazakura lower your standards a bit before I disappoint everyone.
Oh, hey, Naruki.
It's fine. I'll go. I don't have much of a selection to pick from, so I'll just read what I wrote for today. I'm reminded by my thought of yesterday about how it should be illegal for all 4 of them to stare at me all at once. I stand by it. It's distracting, and I make a mental note to kill Monako again after killing him the first time for making us share poems. I recite mine anyway. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause. Sorry, I know I'm not as good as everyone else.
I don't think that at all. It's less about your ability and more about your confidence. That will improve with time and practice, though. Think about it. When you had first joined us, you'd never even written a poem, and now you've written 2 and even read one out loud.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll be okay.
I think out of all of us, you'll be the most okay.
Huh?
Naruki, come on up and get—
Yeah, I'm going. Okay, so, this poem is called, Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you're presenting, Naruki.
Whatever. The poem is called Climb.
Naruki takes a steadying breath. Once he gets started, some of his attitude melts away. He doesn't quite have Monako's presence, Yuki's way with imagery, or Satori's enthusiasm, but he has them all beat in rhythm and rhyme. It's definitely his style, and works quite well when read out loud. There's a break between 2 completely unrelated stanzas where he flips a page. It takes me a few lines to realize it, but he's grown comfortable enough up there to read us a second one. I catch his eye and smile proudly, causing a momentary falter in his meter and a slight flush in his cheeks. He is quickly back on track though, delivering a seemingly simple but pointed piece that is sure to stick in the mind long after it ends. The words bounce, the narrative rises, and concludes at a concise but satisfying high point.
See, that wasn't so bad.
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again.
Am I going to have to, or do you feel prepared enough to do that in front of other people?
Doing it in front of other people isn't the problem. I can be who I want and do it however I want with strangers. But when it's just you guys, when it's just my friends, it's harder.
That's really interesting. I think it would be the exact opposite for me.
I mean, that's good for you, I guess. For me, it's not that easy.
Well, I guess in that case, you have nothing to worry about next week. We're almost out of time, but listen, I wanted to thank every one of you for doing this. And I want you to know, I am so proud of you. I know it's hard, but each of you rose beautifully to the occasion. Make sure you all pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time which ones you choose.
Oh geez, I should probably pick a different poem to read. Maybe I'll do better if it's from an author I like.
That's alright. It doesn't have to be yours. I'm already surprised at how much effort you're putting into this.
Really?
It really makes me happy. Thank you, Kosakura.
There's that smile again. God, what was I just about to say? Oh, yeah. Of course. No problem.
Okay, everyone. That about does it for today. Let's try and write poems for tomorrow too, okay? It's been doing wonders for the club dynamic. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and have all weekend to get ready. Monday is go day.
Oh man, I can't wait!
I gather my stuff to go home, mind racing. There's no way I'll be able to match Satori's and Monaco's excitement. I already know this. But if it's for the sake of the club, and maybe getting Monaco's attention, I'll just have to do my best. You ready, Satori?
Sure am.
Look at you two. Always going home together.
It's sweet, isn't it?
Jeez, you guys.
It must be nice.
Well,
Be nice, everyone. She's still a new member. Don't scare her away.
even though it's only been a few days, so much has changed. I have a social life. I'm seeing my best friend a whole lot more. I have more crushes of varying intensity than I know what to do with. And then I notice how quiet Satori's being. Hey!
Hi, guys, what? Hi? Oh, sorry. I guess I was spacing out.
You okay?
I was thinking about something from earlier.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So let's just say, hypothetically, that one day, maybe Naruki asked to walk home with you.
What?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're sort of putting me on the spot here, Satori.
I know, just humor me, okay? What would you do?
Walking home with Naruki. Why does the thought make my heart beat faster and the blood rush to my face? I mean, he'd probably just flick me or push me or something if I turned him down.
Isn't he so energetic and fun to be around? Especially once you get past that outer shell.
That's besides the point!
Caught you!
Oh, whatever! Not like there's any point in thinking about it. Not like it'll ever happen.
Maybe. Maybe not. I just like to think about it. You know, it won't be long until you don't need me anymore.
Need you? Satori, everyone is different. Not one of those boys in there could ever replace you. You know that, don't you?
Okay, if you say so.
The conversation trails off again, and I'm left with questions. I've never seen this side of Satori before. What do I do? How do I move forward? Another fun day at the literature club. I've got a lot of Boba Boys to read before tomorrow, though, so I'll get on that. Catch you in day 4 of the Naruki route.